Hello, everyone. This is Linda G. Robert. You're back in the groove again, coach, helping you live your best life now so you can love what you do. I am going to be reading chapter 8. Love is what's left over when falling in love fades away. This is from the Dr. Wayne Dyer's Being in Balance book, 9 Principles for Creating Habits to Match Your Desires. So chapter 8, here are the 2 quotes. He who comes to do good knocks at the gate. He who loves finds the gate open. Rabindranath Tagore. Those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness, and the loveless never find love. Only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. D.H. Lawrence, what an interesting quote. I think I'm going to read that one again out loud. Those that go searching for love only make manifest their own lovelessness, and the loveless never find love. Only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. Interesting. All right. Love is something that we desire, and why not? The more love we receive, the more we feel loved, and the better we feel. Feeling good, or God, is feeling balanced and in perfect harmony with our source of being. Obviously, then, one of our highest and most fervent wishes is to be the recipient of an endless flow of love. So what creates this huge imbalance between what we desire and how we feel? There's irony involved in the correction of this imbalance, and the observation of D.H. Lawrence in the opener spells it out perfectly. That's the quote I read twice. As with all the major imbalances I've written about in this book, rebalancing always involves an energy realignment that isn't achieved simply by memorizing strategies or by adopting new behaviors. Rather, it's essential to know what kind of vibrational energy patterns you're sending to your desires. In this case, your desire is to feel good by having as much love in your life as you can balance. This can't be accomplished by demanding it, or by seeking it from outside of yourself. The key part of the quotation from Lawrence is, only the loving find love, and they never have to seek for it. Later in this chapter, I'll return to these significant words. However, before looking at ways to implement this concept into your life, I want to explore Lawrence's assertion that the loveless never find love. If there's too little love, does that mean, at least in Lawrence's interpretation, that we're loveless? Let's examine this notion. The loveless factor in this imbalance. If you're not receiving the love you desire, it seems like a pretty good idea to explore what's creating this state. Obviously, most of us want to place the blame for lovelessness on something external to ourselves. That's a waste of time and energy, but it often feels good because blame seems to alleviate the pain, even if only briefly. However, blame energy only helps you remain think about. While you may justify your loveless state with thoughts of being unappreciated or choose to see the whole world as an unloving place, the fact remains that you're experiencing the imbalance of not feeling good because you don't have enough love in your life. Waiting for others to change or for some kind of shift to take place in the world to restore you to balance won't work without your commitment to take responsibility for changing your way of thinking. If that's left to others, you'll turn the controls of your life over to someone or something outside of you, and that's a prescription for disaster. The point I want to emphasize here is that if feelings of being shortchanged in the love dimension are a part of your life, then it's because you've aligned your thoughts and behaviors with lovelessness. How do you do that? By failing to match your desire for love with thoughts that harmonize with this powerful desire. For example, I've never been able to sustain a loving relationship. I'm not really attractive enough to have someone love me in the way I want to be loved. People are cruel and take advantage of me. I see hostility and anger everywhere. This is an uncaring world with a shortage of love. All of these thoughts and others like them create a point of attraction that's way out of balance with the desire to receive abundant love. You attract in your life precisely what you're thinking about for love, and you've inadvertently just their own lovelessness. Well, when you seek something, you feel that what you're striving for is missing from your life. If it's love, for example, then what you're really saying is, I'm experiencing lovelessness, and in my seeking, I hope to fill this void. But the problem with this approach is that rather than filling the void, the love void, it only puts you further out of balance, and lovelessness continues to be your experience. Why? Because you're weighted more in lovelessness than in lovingness. Your thoughts are focused on finding what's missing, while your desire is for love to flow into your life. This kind of misalignment continues to attract more of what's missing. What you're thinking about is the love that's not there. The universe cooperates by matching up vibrationally with precisely what you're thinking about. How does the universe know to do this? Well, it's merely matching its vibration to your thoughts through the law of attraction. You need to turn off the searchlights and dismiss the search party, and instead replace them with the energy of loving thoughts, an internal knowing about receiving love. You originated from a place of spirit that's defined by love. When you begin rebalancing your life so that your desire and the way you think and behave are a loving partnership, you realize that your desire is really God realization. This is because the loveless are focused on not having what they desire, rather than on what they already have. Furthermore, the loveless believe that they're unworthy of the love they desire, and guess what? They continue to attract more evidence of their unworthiness. With the search lights turned off and the one-person search party given a permanent rest, you can turn your attention to balancing the authentic means at your disposal for receiving abundant love. This then is the irony, summed up perfectly in the poet's conclusion that only the loving find love and never have to seek it. Becoming the love. As the title of this chapter suggests, my definition of love goes beyond the admittedly delicious lust and excitement that you experience when you first become infatuated. Ultimately, these inflamed passions fade away, and what remains is authentic love, or the balance you're seeking. And what is a prime example of this? It is to love as God does, to extend the caring that defines your very creation outward, whenever and wherever possible. Love of this nature leads you to forget about your own ego and want what you desire for yourself even more for another. This is how the act of creation seems to work. Your Creator doesn't ask anything from you in exchange for giving you life. It's given freely and abundantly, and no one is excluded. The idea of your own self-importance, your need to be right for so long that you've deluded yourself into believing that the ego self is who you are. Talk about being out of balance. You've opted for a belief in pure illusion. By allowing this illusion to be the dominant force, you've created through your ego-centered self a heavy imbalance in your life. The result is that you want to feel love, the real thing, the love that is the very essence of your being, the love that you are, but you feel emptiness instead of lovingness. Why is this so? Because the emptiness can only be filled with love by opening your heart connection to the spirit of love that originates, you know not where, but can be felt within you. It's your empty space, no one else's. Therefore, only you can fill it. Your objective is to ask love within you to make its presence known, to have an awareness of being so full of love that this is what you have to give away. That's all you have to do, ask and receive. By doing just that, you'll attract more of what you're giving away. You can only give away what you have inside. The restoration of this imbalance is dependent upon your willingness to reconnect to your source of being and become an instrument of love. You must vow from this moment forward to see yourself exclusively in loving terms and to invite love to accompany you 24/7. Here's an affirmation to help you on this path. Holy Spirit, guide me now. This simple, powerful statement aligns you with love. Self-contempt or self-rejection cannot distort your balance. You only have love to give away. When you give contempt or rejection to yourself or others, you're a vibrational match to these energies, and they'll continue to appear in your life. Many people blame others or an unloving, uncaring world for the lack of love they've received in comparison to what they desire. Any disparity that exists between the love you desire and what you actually receive is a mirror image, a reflection of what you're thinking. Give away hate and you receive hate. Give away love and it has to come streaming into your life. Imagine a container the size of your heart. This container is the sole source of all thoughts. Whenever you think something, you must go to this container. Select a thought and send it out into the world. Using this metaphor, the real issue isn't about simply selecting positive, loving thoughts and having your world shift back into balance. The real issue is what's in the container. That is, what's in the heart reservoir you have inside of you to give to others. This container within is connected to an endless supply of love. You need only turn your thoughts to that source to be filled with love. Love for yourself, love for the world, love for life, love for all to which others love and flows freely. So rather than working on simply changing your thoughts in order to become more peaceful and loving, why not shoot for the moon and think like the saint that you are? Focus on that container within. When you continually say, Holy Spirit, guide me now, you'll see your container overflowing with so many loving thoughts that it's impossible for negativity in any form to alter the balance within. What love looks like through the eyes of a child. Here are some jewels describing what love is from the perspective of a group of 4 to 8-year-olds. As you work to reset the love balance beam of your life, consider these refreshing thoughts on what love is. When someone loves you, the way they say your name is different. You know your name is safe in their mouth. Love is when you go out to eat and give someone most of your French fries without making them give you any of theirs. Love is when my daddy makes coffee for my mommy and he takes a sip before giving it to her to make sure the taste is okay. Love is when mommy gives daddy the best piece of chicken. During my piano recital, I was on stage and I was scared. I looked at all the people watching me and I saw my daddy waving and smiling. He was the only one. I wasn't scared anymore. And my favorite, love is what's in the room with you at Christmas if you stop opening presents and listen. There you have it. Looks within and around. Listen, love is what's left over when falling in love fades away because love is an endless source. Give it away. Share your French fries. Give someone the best piece of chicken. Wave and smile to the universe, and you'll soon know what Victor Hugo meant when he observed, love is the reduction of the universe to a single being. Not only is love what's left over when falling in love fades, but love defines the source from which we came. Elizabeth Barrett Browning poetically describes the end of life as a return to pure love. Guess now who holds thee? Death, I said, but there the silver answer rang, not death, but love. And so it seems that Love is truly all that's left over when this body falls away as well. And that was Dr. Wayne Dyer's Being in Balance book, chapter 8. And of course, if you listen to chapter 8, you know that it was all about love. The title is Love is What's Left Over When Falling in Love Fades Away. Stay tuned for the last chapter. Chapter 9 is Earth's Crammed with Heaven. Stay tuned for chapter 9. My name is Linda G. Robert. I am your Back in the Groove Again coach, helping you live your best life now so you can love what you do. Bye now.